already? Oh,
We
yeah.
are live.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hello, my
Hi.
love. Hi, is that Cuban girl? And welcome to the show. Today, I have a really amazing special guest because she's one of my closest friends, but she's also a writer, producer. You're also a director, right? You've
Yeah.
directed things.
Mhm.
And she's a new author, and we're gonna get into the conversation a little bit more later about all the things that you do. But what I love the most about you is that tú eres luchadora, you're
Sí.
Latina, you're Dominican, and you're very inspiring. So let's please say hello to Gisendi Trinidad.
Hello, everyone. ¿Cómo están?
Hello, my love. It's so good to see you.
Yes, it's been a while. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in a year, girl.
I know, but I am back in LA. I'm super happy. I'm super emocionada de estar haciendo este show, and my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for accepting the invitation. I
Of
love
course.
talking to my guests. So, Gisendi, tell everybody a little bit about you, who you are, your story.
Okay, so I'm originally from the Dominican Republic. Um, I've been in United States for 18 years so far. Thank you, God. Thank you to my dad too. And I'm the type of person that I love motivating, creating, telling stories. I'm very passionate when it comes to my Latino community. And I'm here in LA now just creating and putting my creativity out there.
Yes, I love that. And I mean, I've known you for many, many years. I think I don't even know how long I've known you for, but every ever since I've met you, you've always had that thrive and that passion for acting. So how did this start for you, the whole acting career?
Well, the whole acting thing, oh my God, this is funny. I was living in Boston when I started, I got my first audition and I booked my first audition. And it was funny because, actors, we get in our head a lot when we're going to do an audition. But this time I was working as a bartender in a bar over there in Boston over the weekend. And the owner come and tell me, hey, they're doing an audition tomorrow for a movie. They're going to do it here. You want to come? I'm like, sure. So I went there like, oh, I'm going to an audition. I don't have a resume. I don't have a headshot. And when I got there, I said, hey, I'm here for the audition. George told me that you guys do an audition. They asked me for it. And I said, what is that? When they asked me for a headshot, I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, I work here. He told me to come. He said, oh, okay. So here's the side. I saw the side like one time. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do this. And I read a little bit and I put a little bit of myself because I read this, the side. And he was like recording everything. And one moment he said, oh my God, 1 second. And he called another person that was there. Said, can you read with him? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I read everything. Then they say, oh, thank you so much. We're gonna let you know we have more people to audition. And that night they sent me an email say, we were very impressed with you. We love your your acting. You were very natural. We want to give you the role to you. I was like, what? And I forget about it. I forget completely about that. And when I saw myself on set, I was like, damn, this is what I really want to do. I'm moving to LA. And I moved here. I came here first to get a job. And I went to the place that I was working in Boston. Then my boss told me, I know you want to be in Hollywood. So you can go and get meetings, whatever for work. And I came for 1 week. And in that week, I went to different, interviews for work. And I got a job in Chuck Hospital in the pediatric department for kids, for cardiology, because I was working with a cardiology doctor by that time. And I've sent my car.
You're also an assistant, a medical assistant, right?
Yes. So that's how I get my job here. And then I moved everything and I came by myself.
That's amazing. And I love stories like that because that's a lot like my story also. When I first moved to LA, it was just a matter of, I don't know, fue una cosa que me dio that I was just like, I'm gone, I'm moving, and I feel like that's what
Yeah.
happens a lot to people that want to move to LA to pursue acting. When you were born and raised in the Dominican Republic, right?
See.
So you moved to Boston when you were how old?
18.
So how was that transition from going to the DR to Boston and then from Boston to LA? Like what was most shocking to you?
That I have to like kind of start from zero, but the thing was like the language. It was, I knew the basic for English, and my first job was in a Burger King. And I remember when I went to work and I was like, oh, they want to put me in the kitchen in the back, like, flipping burgers and everything because I didn't speak English. And I remember I went and told the store manager and I said, Hassan, listen, I don't want to be in the kitchen. I can learn the whole menu. I want to be in the front. And he was like, okay, just send this. So learn the menu. And I grabbed my menu and I start reading everything. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to have Latino friends. I need to speak English. I'm going to give myself 6 months and I'm going to be a manager in this store. And everyone was laughing at me in the back, like, really, you just got here. And believe it, what happened was in 6 months, Hassan put me on the side and said to me, I'm very impressed with you, little girl. Like, I see people from your country for 2 years working in the kitchen. They don't even try to speak English. And look at you. You came here, you learned the menu. And also with songs, my favorite song, I start translating the song. And that's how people said to me, oh, you have an accent. And it's like, I taught myself how to speak English. So that's what the transition, and for me was a kind of like, it was fun because I was like young and, and then I went to college. And that's how it went for me.
So, and that happens a lot in the industry as well with Latinos, right? When you have an accent, I love that you're talking about it because I know we've talked about this before. A lot of times, we have an accent and people try to make us get rid of the accent, even though right now it's become really, really diverse. But the norm was always for many, many years, oh, if you have an accent, you can't act. You can't be in movies, somebody that looks like you, right? So háblame de eso, porque yo sé que tú tienes mucho que hablar de eso.
No. No, like for what is happening right now, I think they open more doors now to Latinos. And, for Afro-Latinos, they're giving opportunity. I'm very happy about that because I think it's time for us to have that opportunity. Like, for example, I got my show, Feisty, and it's about, diversity, and it's about these 4 Latinas, and I'm pitching it, and I'm trying, and right now I'm like, I need to really pitch this show because they're looking for Latina content, and this is perfect, So I am very happy, and I really hope that they continue giving the opportunity to Afro-Latinos.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a beautiful time, what we're going through right now because, for many, many years it wasn't like that. So now the fact that we get to really put our Latino heritage in the front lines and scream and be, I'm Latina, I am Caribeña, I am, I look like this and it's okay. I speak like this and it's okay. I'm loud, I'm crazy, and that's okay too, And I think it's a beautiful thing. So I'm very proud of you. You were doing so many things. And you were talking about Feisty. So I also know you have your web series, My Dating Life in LA.
Yes.
And I love that. So I was part of Feisty,
yes.
which was awesome. We shot that. Oh my God. And I think I'm wearing the same jacket.
No, like My Dating Life in LA is coming pretty good. I'm in post-production right now for the 2nd episode. And that's doing amazing. Like the story. If people like the first episode, the 2nd episode, oh my God, it's better. The story is way better. And it's getting better and better, the 3rd, the 4th. And I'm trying, like right now, I get a suggestion from people say, just like, try with the first episode, second episode to see if someone wants to buy it from you. And I'm like, yeah, that would be a good idea. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to shoot the 5 episodes. I want to get it done and see if anyone wants to buy it. And I'm sure people will love the story. Some people say, oh, that you change the name. I'm like, no, I'm comfortable with the name. Because dating in LA and dating in New York City is not the same thing, you know? So I'm like, people need to know what is dating in LA, because like you and me, we have friends in the East Coast. Say, what is so hard for you to have a boyfriend there? What is so hard? Like, what is dating in LA? I'm like, you don't even know. This is crazy here when it comes to dating.
Yeah, no, and I love that you're creating that web series. First of all, I love your first episode, and if you guys have not seen My Dating Life in LA, please go to Yusendi's YouTube channel, or they can go to My Dating Life YouTube channel, right?
No, I just have it in my channel.
In your channel. So Yusendi Trinidad, it is amazing, you guys. I mean, the work that you've done, Manita, you have created this first episode, which, and I told you, the cinematography of this episode, the story, the acting, everything, it's so coherent, it's so beautiful. It's fun and it's funny, and I'm very proud of you. It's an amazing show. And I think it's definitely very unique. I have never seen anything regarding, dating in LA, and it is hard, I mean, I'm in a relationship now, and that's one of the reasons why I appreciate it so much, because you've known me for a long time too. Dating here is not easy, and that could be a whole conversation on its own, but I think it's an amazing story. So thank you for doing that. It's so much fun.
It is fun. Like, the third episode I'm thinking now, because I write everything, and I'm blessed in a way that I say, thank you, God, for putting like really good people that believes in me, and they always wants to work with me. I just had to make a call. Hey, I need to shoot this and let's do it. And you say, yeah, anything you want to send me, I'm with you. Like, because they see the drive and the motivation that I have for me to create my own content, because I cannot be sitting here waiting for my agent to hey, to give me, or a casting director to call me for an audition. It's a lot of us trying to do the same thing here, and you know how it is. So I'm like, you know what? I love writing. I love creating. I want to have my production company, and I did that. I want to put content out there. I want to tell a story, and I love doing that. So it's something fun for me.
And you're an amazing writer. I've read, I think I read one of your scripts one time, and you're an amazing writer. You have a way with stories and words, and that's very inspiring too, because English is not even your first language, So that's very, very difícil, and that's very impressive that you're able to do that. And a lot of people don't understand the work that goes behind not just acting, but writing, producing. Oh my God, I did a short film. I attempted to do a short a couple of years ago, and it's so much work. And being a producer, producing your own stuff and writing and acting in it is extremely hard, and people don't really understand it. Y es más difícil todavía cuando uno no tiene el dinero, right? The investment to do it.
Yo he gastado dinero, my own money. I've been like spending my savings and this and that. And that's why sometimes it takes a little bit of time for me to put the content out there, because people don't understand. It's not just shoot it and that's it. You have to go through sound mixer. You have to make sure the editor is doing a good job. It's a lot in color correction. So for me, it's like one of my friends told me the other day, like, say, you got really big when you're going to shoot something. Look at you, Rolls Royce and this and that. I'm like, guys, my stories are crazy. It's like, I got the idea, and I'm just thinking about, how am I going to do this? Now I'm thinking about the third episode. I have the actor in mind. I have the location. I have this. I'm like, okay, I need to put a crew together with me to shoot this third episode. Because the second one, girl, I don't even want to tell anything, but it's really good.
I better be in one of your episodes.
Of course you will be. You're here, girl. Yes, you're gonna be, of course. Like, I've been like putting almost all my friends in my episodes. Like, because I know they can add, So
But
I'm
you know,
like, oh,
sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
no, 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 it's fine.
I was going to say that, people say that the best currency sometimes is not even money, it's good friendships. And that's one thing that you do. You're a person, you're very social. So everywhere you go, you make friends. And that is so much better than sometimes having the money itself,
Mhm.
Porque como tú dijiste, I can call somebody up and be like, hey, let me shoot. Hey, let me, I need a Rolls Royce. I need this. And that's amazing that you're able to do that. And it also goes to show, and it speaks highly of your character and the motivation behind it. I know how much tú has luchado por estar aquí, por hacer tus sueños realidad. And, I'm just very proud of you, and you're doing amazing things. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about a little bit is you also just wrote a book.
Mhm.
So tell me about that, Las Estrellas.
Yes, aim for the stars. Like for me, when I was during quarantine, yeah, in quarantine, yeah, COVID made me do my book. Let me tell you, because um, I was like thinking, like, oh, I always want to write a book because I have my blog. I'm very emotional and passionate writing, and I love it. You're doing it like
Voy a
no,
ponerlo
and I have the English version. You have the Spanish version. I got the English version. So when I wrote it, I was thinking like, okay, so when I become famous or whatever, I'm gonna write a book. And then I was thinking, my man, like and say, Chisandi, are you crazy? You don't need to. I don't need to wait for that. I'm gonna do it now, and everything that I want to do, I'm gonna do it now in this moment because I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. And I love the fact that that I say, okay, since I was a little girl, I always like look into the stars and waiting for that star to pass by and just like to ask for a wish. So that's why I named the book like that, because it's something that I've been manifesting since I was a little girl. Things in my life, like coming to this country and studying in a college, and I was 7 years old when I was telling my mom, oh, I'm going to study in the University of the United States. And my mom's like, how are you going to say that? We don't have anyone over there. And I got really good feedback about the book. A lot of people have been writing to me. I already have someone that wrote to me through LinkedIn and say, I've been following you for years in social media, and I've seen how inspiring you are. And I would love to bring you to one of the schools here in LA for you to talk to the high school, Latinos. And I'm like, yes! And that's so funny because I was like telling last Monday a friend of mine, oh my God, I really want to go as a speaker, to school. Like, I already wrote a book and I really want to like keep motivating, inspiring all the people to follow their dreams. And the next day, this person just contact me out of no blue and just say that to me. And by, he say in, like, by around fall, because right now they don't do it like, the speaking because, COVID. So I can go in person and speak to this, the Latino in high school, something. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm going there. So I'm excited about it.
And that's super exciting because, también it's very important that we give back to our community,
Yes.
that we not only, this industry cannot be only about taking. Yes, I want a book. I want to do this. I want to be on the big screen. We have the responsibility, especially being Latinas, especially being Latinas born and raised in our countries. We come from a third world country, and it's important for us to shine our light onto other Latinos, other people that may be feeling the things that we have felt, a veces que nos hemos sentido sola or como echadas por un lado or whatever it may be, but it's so important that we do that. And I love that something like this, something like this can help you do that and can help you reach people. Because also, this book, it talks about your journey, but it's not just about acting.
Yeah, it's not about just acting.
Yeah, so anybody can read this book. So you can be an inspiration to so many people. And I love that you made it a hard copy. I'm old school, so a mí me encanta just grabbing the book and reading it and opening it. And I love the way you did the chapters. You wrote a quote.
Mm-hmm.
Wrote a quote, and I don't know, no sé dónde la abrí, pero lo voy a leer esta, ¿ok?
Yeah.
Solo se vive una vez, pero si lo haces bien, una vez es más que suficiente. Mae West. And I love that you did that. You know, it's very inspiring. And what is one thing that, you know, with you writing this book, you wanted to let people know?
That for me, it was more, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, for me, success is not like, oh, I wish I did this. Like, for example, or I'm gonna about acting. I became a famous actress. It's not about that. It's about the journey. You can be successful just even trying, just following, like, because you put in the work. And like I say, and I had another interview last week, and I told the guy, I don't want to become famous. I want to become a working actress. For me, fame is nothing, to be honest. I don't care about fame. I just want to work and be happy in doing what I love to do. Because everyone can be famous now. Look, people doing dancing in TikTok. They have 100 million followers, and people like, you're famous now. For me, it's not about now. It's about putting the work and working what I love to do.
Yeah, I love that you're saying that, because this is a conversation I had with my boyfriend during quarantine. You know, I had a lot of deep realizations over quarantine. And one of those realizations was the same thing. I was like, I'm not interested in the fame and the glitz and glam. I want to do things in my life, through my career, through my voice, that means something, you know, that is not shallow, that is helping other people. And whether that is through acting or through hosting or through my voice, through whatever it is, that's what I want to do. Fame, I agree with you, for me, doesn't mean anything right now. I just want to be successful doing something I love to do, doing something that's positive, and being able to work in the things that I love, right? Y, you know, tú hablando de eso ahora mismo, también me recordaste something else I was telling him actually just yesterday, and maybe you can relate. I was telling to him, for me, the biggest realization that I've had lately is that I come from Cuba, right? And if I look back, if I look right now where I'm at, and I look back where I was in Cuba, I can confidently say to you that I have made it.
Yes, girl.
You know?
Claro que sí.
And
because
I was...
No, just continue.
No, and I was just thinking about that yesterday, and it was a big moment for me, because sometimes we get so caught up and wrapped up in, oh my God, I haven't made it. But if you look at your life, I'm sure there's an aspect of your life in which you can confidently say that you have made it.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. To be honest, because the thing is, el problema que tenemos es que we start focusing in what we don't have right now. Like, for me, I feel the same way as you. I made it, yeah. Because I came from DR. I didn't speak English. I learned English. I went to college. I came here. I have done my own movies. Not everyone can say, oh, you wrote a movie, you shot it. It's in Amazon, you know, like you wrote a book. Like, for me, I feel like I have accomplished a lot. The thing is, we want more. And when you want more, you're never satisfied. And that's what it is with us. Like, you know, like, for me, it's like, oh, I need to finish. I have more projects that I'm working on right now. And I'm like, Dios mío, God, I really need to finish this, you know? And we get, like, you know, also social media doesn't help sometimes. And we shouldn't believe everything we see in social media. Because people, like, you know, in reality, it's not true. Most of the people, they could be miserable, and you see a picture, you see something, and they acting like they are really happy. So that's why, like, you know, we should, like, you know, focus more on what we're working and what is best. Like, you know, for me, my peace of mind is very important. And I've been feeling like lately, like, I spend a lot of time alone. Like, I spend, like, you know, my Sunday here watching movies by myself. And I'm like,
come over.
I feel good, like, you know, Because, like, I think when COVID started, it was for everyone to notice that we need to take a break. We are in a rush. And I feel that way. Like, I feel much better now, and in trying to, like, the book is been helping me to, like, reach people, and people to, like, say, wow, this is really good what you're doing. Like, I'm like, really, I'm inspiring, motivating. That's good. Follow your dreams. you know so
And your book is doing really well. I know that when you first launched it, your first week, you were in the top 100,
yeah,
right?
it's still in the Spanish version. It's still in the 100. It's like in 30 right now. Yeah,
Of White Amazon.
in Amazon. Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Mhm.
That is not easy to do, especially because you're a freelance, right? Like you're not
Yes.
really you're
Mhm.
doing it on your own, and that's one of the things that I admire the most about you, that everything you have done and everything you're doing it out of your own pocket, on your own, y solita,
Yeah.
and that speaks very highly of your character, and also the way that you're not willing to compromise who you are for
Mhm.
fame and for popularity.
Yeah. I can't. That's not how my parents raised me. And it's something like it comes, like, with the person you are. So for me, it takes more time for me because I'm doing it on my own. So I just gonna continue, like, and God will put the right people in my path to help me.
Well,
That's
God is seeing your heart, and he's seeing what you want to do, and he's seeing your dedication and your determination. And I know that very soon you're going to have your big break, whether it's the book, whether it's the web series, whether it's a movie or whatever it is. Like, you've been
Mhm.
working hard for for a long time. So you're going to get there, my love. You just got to keep going at it and keep inspiring, and just keep being you and keep doing you, because at the end of the day, I love what you said earlier. We have to focus on ourselves, like with social
Mhm.
media, for example. A lot of times we focus a lot on other people's lives, and at
Yes.
the end of the day, we don't really even know if those lives that they're portraying are even real.
Exactly.
So
You
how
don't
about
know.
you don't know. So how about we start focusing more on ourselves? But that doesn't come without doing the personal growth, the work, the inner work, you know?
Mhm.
And I know you are very spiritual. And that's why I was also really excited to talk to you, because it's not just, talking about acting, the industry. Now you're an author, so writing. It's about the life journey. So for you, what role has spirituality really taken in your life in the last couple of years?
Um, I feel like, sometimes we can lose our faith when we feel like overwhelmed with things, or we don't see change. But that's the first thing that we shouldn't lose. I feel like como que, like, tener la fe no solamente en uno mismo, pero también dejarle sus problemas a Dios. You know, when you have faith in God and you pour all your problems, and just, like, everything happen always for a good reason. Always. It doesn't matter how difficult is the situation. And it's always for your convenience. People are gonna come through your life and they're gonna leave, and then you're gonna be sad, but then you're gonna understand this person is only in your life to show you something, for you to learn something from them. And spirituality for me is being, I just give everything, all of me, to God. That's it. That's all I do. Like, meditation help, praying help, affirmation help, all of that, like, help you when you feel like you cannot do anything else. When you feel like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I feel like it's always something. When something bad happen, it's because something really good is coming.
Yes. Amen. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's because we're breaking a cycle, right? We're breaking
Mhm.
we're breaking those toxic relationships, toxic habits, and then everything falls down, so something new and amazing can actually rise up.
Yeah.
And that's also how I view life, and that's one thing. I think also the more spiritual you become in your life, the more you let go of the things that you thought that made you happy before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I think, we can relate that to what we were talking about before, fame, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yo me acuerdo when I first moved to LA, I didn't really even know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be in entertainment. I was modeling, I was acting or whatever, pero I
Yeah.
didn't really know. Like I just knew that I wanted to do what my family has never been able to do. My whole family, ellos son artistas, como se dice en Cuba, artistas frustrados. Like I love them. Mi tío le encanta bailar, cantar. My mom loved to dance. My grandma loved to sing. And because of the time, right, and the country, they were never able to do that. So I was like, I love doing these things too, so I want to do them. But now it's more like, yes, I still want to do those things, but I want to do them with more intention.
Yes. No, what you're doing is amazing. You've been like, creating content. You've been like, you have your channel, and what you're doing, like I have seen a change in you. I'm like, wow, Sissy has changed so much, and I can see like your personality and everything, and that's good. Like you become more spiritual too, and that's amazing. So you've been coming a long way, girl. You're doing amazing. You're doing good.
Thank you, my love. I really enjoyed, I love sitting
Yeah.
down and talking to people and kind of just brainstorming and talking about life, and because everybody's story is different.
It
Todo
is.
el mundo es un mundo diferente, and everybody has a story. Everybody has something that we can learn from. So I just love doing this, and I'm very grateful that you wanted to be on here today. Tell me let's manifest, okay?
Oh yeah, manifestation,
Let's
baby.
do it. Let's manifest. Where do you see Gisendi this year? It's December 2021. Where do you see yourself?
Oh shoot. Okay. Where I see myself.
Dream big, girl.
No, I always drinking like fake. I feel by December my show is pitched. I can see it. I can see it. I know my show is gonna be pitched, and the name that I want my show. I really like, right now I send it to HBO Max, but I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But I've been sending it to different networks. So right now, someone in HBO Max is reading. So I'm just like,
You don't have to say like what you've done with it. I just want you to manifest, because everybody who's gonna watch this, we're gonna put our energy into this moment right now.
yes, yes.
So December 2021, your show, My Dating Life in LA, is picked up, and you're showing it.
Oh, and feisty. It's feisty. The one.
Oh, it's feisty. Oh, okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
feisty, I feel it's gonna get pitched straight to series. Yes.
Amazing. I love that.
No, and someone's gonna be interested in my web series. You watch. I just like need to finish the second episode and put it out there and see how everyone's likes it, and we'll see.
People like it. I mean, I love it. I'm sure
Yeah.
everyone's loving it. I love it. I honestly, sometimes, y yo creo que te dije esto, sometimes our friends are like, oh, check out my project, and you check it out because it's your friend, but sometimes they're not really that good, to be honest. Muchas veces los proyectos, las amistades de uno, when it's low budget or whatever, you're like, yeah, you did a great job. But yours, honestly, I watched it and I was cracking up, and I couldn't not watch it. And I think I texted you. I was like, girl, this is so good. Like, it looks so good. This is so real. The stories are so real. And if you've ever lived in LA, these stories that Gisendi has created for My Dating Life in LA are very, very real.
Yeah, no, it's a true story. Things that happens to me. Because that episode, it really happens, girl. It really happens. That guy showed me the picture of the kid and say, oh, this is how it's gonna look, our Dominican baby. I was like, are you kidding me? This is the first time I'm just going out with you. You're talking about kids? No, it's not happening.
No, and then he wanted you to pay for half the bill.
Girl, I'm like, no. Please, if you saw guy taking a date for the first time and ask you to pay half of the bill, don't talk to that guy again. No way. That's a no. No.
So you never saw that guy again?
No. Well, I think he noticed because I think we're friends on Facebook. But I think he noticed that I wrote things about him. Oh, it's okay. Who cares?
Well, now the guys know if you're trying to date Sandy, watch out because she'll probably write an episode about you if you're not good.
No. No. The second episode is about Mr. No Drama. Mr. No Drama, I date Mr. No Drama. He was good. And even when I want to shoot the second episode, I call Mr. No Drama and I said to him, guess what? Remember that I told you I ran an episode about you? I need a car. And I'm like, I need your Rolls Royce. And he's like, anything you want, Sandy. Okay. And he went there. When I was shooting, he went and sit down and watch.
Wow, that is amazing.
No, Mr. No Drama is the best. People need to watch that one.
Okay. That's good. I love that. So how come you didn't end up like dating him more?
Oh, the story's there. You need to watch to see
Oh,
it.
no, I thought you were going to give me the scoop.
I can't. You had to watch it. But yeah, we are really good friends.
Okay. Ya no me lo pierdo. I have to watch that episode.
Yeah.
No. So can you tell us what episode 3 is going to be about a little bit?
Episode 3 is about Mr. Aladdin.
Mr. what?
Aladdin. You know, like Jasmine and Aladdin.
Oh, Aladdin. Okay.
Aladdin. That one is about a guy that I used to date. I call him like that because he was very charming and very giving. He was like a prince and he treated me like a princess. Here, go to Turkey with your friend. Here. And I was like grabbing everything he was giving. So that was really good.
I don't know. I don't know if I know who that is, but I know the Turkey trip.
Yeah, you remember the Turkey trip. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have Mr. Pathological Liar. And yes. Oh God. I'm not even gonna say anything about that one. But yeah. So Mr. Aladdin is my friend too.
You should have an episode, and I don't know if this has happened to you, but maybe an episode where like the guy wants to like have multiple wives or multiple girlfriends, or like the open relationship.
It's already, girl. It's already there.
You have it? Okay, good.
Yeah, that's why you need to watch episode 2.
Okay, because that's it. You know, that's something that happens in LA too. At least in my experience, it's like nobody wants to commit. You know,
that's what I said. Number 1.
Yeah. So a lot of people just want to like have open relationships in LA. It's like the most common thing, and I'm like,
girl, don't keep on because you're telling my whole episode too, girl.
No, but I'm just I haven't seen your episode. I'm just talking about life.
But you know? It's fact. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, don't talk about the episode anymore.
No, but yeah. So I want to continue shooting that, and also I have a lot of projects that I need to get done. And
so what else are you doing? What else is in your plans that you can tell us?
A feature film, a comedy feature film about a Christmas time with a Dominican family. That's something that I'm planning to shoot this year.
Okay.
So it's going to be a feature film, a whole movie. And I'm like, you see, like, it's a lot of things that I'm like, I have a bunch of things that I have to get done. And I want collaboration with other people, other like, production company as well.
I was going to ask you about that too. How do you find the time, the people, the money, the investments for, and this is just for people that may be thinking about creating, or maybe people that are struggling creating their own things. Like, ¿qué consejo? What advice can you give those people?
Bueno, for, when it comes, like if you have a crew, that's all that matters. People that need credits and people that wants to collaborate. If you have done something before, show what you have done something before. For example, for the first episode of My Dating Life, I show it to other people, like, that I need include, and they love the episode. They say, yeah, I want to work with you. And, and it's like a collaboration. So that's a good way to work with other people and just, credits and stuff.
Yeah. It's important to just put yourself out there, just start creating, even if it's, on YouTube, even like
Yeah,
like
even
we're
with your
doing.
phone and everything, like, you can do it.
Yeah. Amazing. Anything else you want to share with us, my love?
Ask questions, because if it's for me, I would be like, no. It would be,
Okay, well, for the guys out there, are you single?
yes, I'm single now. I am.
So what's like the number one thing you're looking for in a relationship? Are you looking for a relationship? Let's get into that.
No, really. But if it comes, I'm not gonna say no.
Okay.
Because I was in a long distance relationship, so that didn't work out. But what I'm looking at person, I'm just like want someone that is honest, 100%. Um, people lie a lot, and I don't like that. Like, so when you're honest, like, with the person, communication is very important.
Yeah.
So someone that is not jealous and know what I'm doing for work is something that I have to have a lot of guy friends. So it has to be someone that is very secure, like, self-esteem has to be high, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. We're putting it out there. I know you don't need it, you don't want it, but I know, because I know you want to eventually have a family and create something beautiful with somebody. So that's what I'm wishing for you. So that's why we're like manifest. I'm big on manifestation. I'm big on like putting things that we want out there. Tú sabes que sometimes people are like, no hables de eso, que you're going to jinx it. I just recently changed my mentality about that, because when we do that, in my opinion, we're acting from a place of fear. Fear, no voy a hablar de esto para que se me dé. But it's like, I now believe that when we actually put a lot of the things that we don't have to give details, but let's just say, okay, you want your show to be picked up. Say it. I want my show to be picked up, and everybody who's watching, even if maybe their intentions, even if they're jealous or whatever, that you're not, if you're in a good place, you're never going to pick up that negative energy. You're only going to pick up the energy that people that care about you are going to be like, yes, Gisendi, I want that for you. So, I want this year for your show to be picked up. I want in the next year or so, whenever the time is right for you to find your person and be, even happier. Because I know you're already happy and you're already bright, shine bright. But I want all these things for you because you deserve them and you're an amazing person. And I'm just really happy you sat down with me and had this conversation. I love everything you're doing. I love your shows, your acting, your book. Me encanta que lo hiciste en español y en inglés. I have to get used to this. So everybody, you can go ahead and go to Amazon and find Las Estrellas, or in English is Reaching for the Stars.
No, Aim for the Stars. Reaching the Sky.
Aim for the Stars, or Las Estrellas in Spanish. And please support Sandy. The book is amazing. It's super inspirational. And also subscribe to her YouTube channel, Gisendi Trinidad.
Yes, and watch in my Instagram, Gisendi Trinidad Official.
Yes, Instagram, Facebook, and watch My Dating Life in LA. Because
I need that support, because that's going to be showing for a lot of people.
Yes. Thank you, my love. I love talking to you. Thank you so much for doing this. Y buena suerte con todo.
No, thank you for inviting me. I love this. This is amazing. We should have coffee time with Cici and Gisendi.
I know. We need to. Cheers!
Cheers!
We need to, for sure, but we need to get together. You need to come over. You could come over this weekend if you want.
This weekend, I'm going to be in a exotic island, girl.
What?
I'm going away because I'm leaving on Friday, coming back to Monday.
Where are you going?
I'm flying So I'm
Where?
sure I cannot say anything yet, but it's more for me to do, like, eat, love, and pray moment for myself. So I'm
Oh,
traveling alone, and that is something that I need for me. Like you said, you're very spiritual, so I need to do that for myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I cannot wait to see where you're going. I'm so excited.
I would, like I would come back from there with more ideas. So
Yeah, and it's important because we need to be alone a lot of times. Like a lot of people are very scared of being alone. And I think that when we're truly alone with ourselves, we really are able to strip away all the things that
mhm.
like we really get to know ourselves. We get downloads and we get inspiration and ideas and we can really recenter. So if everybody out there, if you're ever scared of being alone, please don't be. Do what Gisandi's doing. I love that you're doing this and
It's
you're
my first time traveling alone. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell my mom, my dad. I'm gonna tell my sister-in-law. I say, hey, I'm going to space. This is the place I'm gonna be staying. I'm gonna turn my phone off, and I'm gonna just time for myself.
wow. Okay.
I would
Amazing.
take pictures, but then I will post it on Monday when I'm back.
Okay. And that's fine. Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
love that you're doing that. Well, I hope that this weekend you find the answers that you're looking for,
Mhm.
the relaxation and inspiration that you're looking for. And I'm very happy you're doing that. I love you, my love. So when
I
you come
love you
back,
too, baby.
you have to come over when you come back.
Okay.
I love you. Have a great day, my love.
You
Thank
too.
you guys for tuning in and watching. Bye.
Bye.